Hello YouTube, it's Eternal Frost, coming at you with another Dark Souls 1 video. This is going to be a little bit different as I'm recording audio separately here. I spent about 50 minutes playing and I realized my microphone was muted. So for about 50 minutes here, there's no audio, so I apologize. So I'm going to try to retrace my steps, try to remember what I was doing and let you know what my thought processes were. The reactions won't be as genuine because, honestly, I already did these things, right? So, anyway, as we start off here, I was trying to remember what I was trying to do. I know in the last video, I was trying to just basically set my build, which was going to be a parry warpick build, basically. No magic, no fire, whatever. So I'm going through my inventory, and I'm trying to remind myself, was I sticking to the rules that I usually lay out for myself? Do I increase my vitality per death still? Do I increase my endurance per item equipped? And that's what I was basically calculating. So here I decided, finally I'm like, alright, I remember where I was at. I was going to go kill the Taurus demon, I think. I was going to leave the Black Knights for later. So that's basically what's going on. So typically what I'll do, I know it seems repetitious, but it's always safer to kill those, kill the monsters that'll get behind you, the mobs, spawns, whatever you want to call them. Some of these guys will aggro pretty aggressively, and if you don't pay attention, will get you from behind, which is not good. I'm a little bit leery, honestly, of challenging the Taurus demon at this point, because I have no armor yet, and I have not bought armor, and I don't plan on buying armor. So protection is at a minimum at this point, and essentially that means one or two hits, a couple mistakes, and I'll go down. Everything looks hunky-dory right now with my parries and play, but you'll see when we get there. So I'm just making my way. I'm going to skip the Black Knights until I have more armor. I want to be able to survive more than one hit from those guys, right? And also it's nice to practice my parries and get a feel back for the game. So hitting that guy through the wall. This guy was nice enough to drop 2 items for me, once on each run, right? So that's kind of nice. He was really, actually I think it was 3 items. Spoilers, right? These guys I like to draw out. There's a guy behind them that likes to throw fire bombs, and I've found that if you try to engage, he'll just peg you while you're trying to deal with the other two. It's a good mix. You got one shield guy with quick attacks, light quick attacks. You got one heavy hitting guy with a 2-handed axe, and then you got one ranged guy. So I love that mix. It really forces you to think about how to engage. In that case, you draw them out one by one, and it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to, but yeah. This guy, always get rid of this guy. Don't do what I did there. I rolled, which takes time away if you run up the stairs and gives him time to actually load the crossbow. So mistakes can be made. So far, so good. I abused the jumping attack with the club and the reinforced club a lot because for some reason, jumping attacks, I noticed when Christopher Odd played this game, jumping attacks seem to really confuse the AI. Like, they'll not attack you, but once you're midair, they'll be like, oh, you're coming towards me, I should attack you. But because you're midway through your jumping attack, you're going to interrupt whatever they're doing because your attack will land before their attack animation finishes. For the most part. There are some quicker enemies where that doesn't apply, but yeah, I mean, abuse it if you got it, right? No reason to take extra damage. Here I missed. Beware of stairs. Video game stairs are the death of me. Yeah, might as well abuse it. Running up the stairs, I didn't remember if I grabbed the Titanite lizard, so I do a double check. I do notice that I opened the door there for Havel, which I'll probably get to him later when I decide to go back and kill those Black Knights. I noticed the crushed barrels, so I'm like, yeah, okay, that's done. Might as well engage the Taurus demon, you know? I remember the first time I fought this guy, he kicked me off the side, but since then, like, yeah, this guy's just, he's just another enemy, I guess. These guys, annoyingly, are very accurate every time I engage these guys recently, so by this time I've basically solidified the point in my video here is for me to grab the war pick and, you know, fully kit out my guy. Maybe, hopefully something will drop some armor for me. Maybe not. Alright, looking at the sky, seeing the Taurus demon jump down. So I'm going to do what you do, run back to the ladder, crawl up, and prepare for plunging attack. It's a good way to get rid of a vast majority of his health. I think there's a bug, or some kind of, it's a feature, right? Where if you do a jumping attack on some bosses, it counts as a leap, like a falling attack. So, notice here, like, I'm used to fighting this guy with a shield, so I'm really leery about his swings because it seems like sometimes he won't connect with you, but he does. But here I notice he stumbles. I'm like, oh, I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to swing harder, right? And then I see there when I was cutting kind of close, and he stepped on me. He hits me. I'm like, huh. Anyway, so I back off to be safe. I haven't realized he's one hit away from death. I could have killed him right there. And then, yeah, there you go. An early dodge. And so a couple hits without armor. You're done, right? I guess one of those hits doesn't really count. I just walked into his knee or something. I think the audio on this recording, I'm just using Microsoft Voice Recorder or whatever it's called in Windows 10, but it does seem to be a little bit nicer than what I'm getting out of ShadowPlay. I don't know if it's the format or what. I haven't really checked. Maybe I'm just hallucinating, but I do feel like I sound clearer. Let me guys know in the comments what you think. Where these guys are again. It gets kind of tricky here because I get hit by those bombs. Yeah, those guys are a bit of a pain. Again, abusing that jumping attack. If you're aggressive enough, and you have, see, I made a mistake there because I thought that scimitar slash would actually interrupt him. Obviously it did not. He just swung right through it. Enough poise, and I could pay the price for it. Lots of camera woes here. This guy, I thought this was funny because I came around and I'm like, he didn't just drop another item again, he dropped two. It's like, what's even funnier is that it's a helmet and body armor, both things I don't have. Like, is the game actually feeling sorry for me that I would die and then it would give me armor? I don't know, maybe. But that is a blessing, definitely, if you're playing, what is it, Defiled, or whatever it is, the class without armor, and you have been running around naked. That's always nice to get something to mitigate some of the damage coming your way, especially if you're playing a parry build like me, where you suck at parries, so you're being hit a lot. Armor does help. Oh, bad. Those guys do a startling amount of damage and have a startling amount of reach. Yep, if you're in close, kick. I almost jumped off the edge there. That's happened before. You can do a plunging attack there, I think, too. But, meh. Early parry. Done this run a lot of times. I do love the way the fog walls look. Okay, might as well get myself out. That way I can take maybe one extra hit. I wasn't intending on playing offline, so at some point I'm going to remember to set my settings to online play. Here I was beginning to realize, like, it's taking 2 hits to kill these guys. It's unfortunate. I need to get like 3 hits because I use a scimitar. I definitely need to upgrade both those weapons so that they actually do something. But I was starting to feel it near the end of this run where I just felt like I was doing extra swings and I shouldn't be. That's one of the other things about this game that I really like. The way they gradually increase the difficulty. Like, you almost don't see it. And sure, there are spikes, but most of those spikes are knowledge gated, not equipment gated, right? Like fighting off the Black Knights or fighting the Taurus Demon, for example. It's like just apply what you already knew. I couldn't get a lock on this guy, so I had to decide to rush it. And remember what I had before? I'm actually dual-handing here. Hopefully, because it's not like I'm parrying him, right? I'm trying to get a stagger in. Just making sure I don't panic on my rolls, right? Keeping a careful eye on my stamina bar. Yeah, it's rough when you miss with some of those hammer weapons or axe weapons. Leave you open for a while if you miss. Leave Albergy as he recovers to take a drink. Too close. Too early of a roll, but by then it's too late. There's a Taurus Demon. So this section I always have a little bit of a argument with myself because I don't know if I want to go out and just keep pushing forward because it's kind of luck gated here. The Hellkite Dragon, for me at least, either is or is not willing to let you pass on the first run. I think I make a mistake here, and I'll tell you where it is. But on this pass, he doesn't. Like, again, you can either just go for it right at the beginning, but sometimes it just doesn't work, right? So, for me, I usually think it's safer to either homeward bone back or press forward, drop the ladder, so it gives you access. And here's where I'm kind of just... oh, actually, I think I was looking for a piece of paper. I wanted to write something down. So I was looking for a piece of paper, but in today's day and age, this paper, right? I didn't have paper, surely didn't, so I end up getting back to it. After rooting around the room. I know you don't need to destroy those boxes, but sometimes it's just feels good to destroy boxes. So I'm thinking I'm like, I'll talk to Solaire, grab that white soapstone. That reminds me to pick up the orange soapstone, which I never grabbed from the merchant, so that's a thing I need to do. Which helps with my decision to kind of go back and drop the ladder. Did I grab it? I don't remember if I grabbed it or not. Of course, I would love to be a Sunbarrow. I need to have online play enabled for that. So, probably gonna help at least one gargoyle guy do his thing. Yeah, this headset, I'm using the Barracuda X. The microphone, it's okay, as you guys are hearing me talk about it, or talk through it. It is a bit quiet. But it doesn't have an indicator light for when you mute, so I didn't know it was muted. There's a hardware button, right? Hardware toggle that has a green ring around it, and when it's unmuted, you can see the green, which I think is a pretty cool idea. You know, it's not an LED, doesn't require extra energy, but you can't see it. It's on the ear cup, right? So it's more like for other people to know when your mic is active. When you turn it off, you hit the toggle, and the switch stays depressed, so you don't see the green ring, and that indicates that your mic is muted to other people. But there's no visual indicator for yourself whether or not the mic is muted, and I think I must have muted it at some point during the workday. I just completely forgot. So again, you have my apologies on that. If you like this more, if you think that this way of recording, layering audio on top of my videos is better, let me know. It takes me twice as much time, obviously, because if I don't need to record the audio, I'm not going through the video again, right? So this takes me twice as long. But if you like it, let me know. I'll consider doing it in the future. Also, I don't know how this is going to upload. Hopefully it will upload well. Once it goes to the point where I start talking, like discovering that I've been muted the entire time, I'm going to turn off this audio and we'll resume from the regular. Maybe there will be an audio quality difference. I'm actually kind of fascinated to see it myself. But I know a problem with this one is it's really quiet. I've been tempted to use my Nari for recordings at this point, but I do know the Nari is not the best mic, especially for my tonality. This will somehow sounds deeper, which captures my tonality. The Nari sounds more like a traditional headset, if that makes sense. Or maybe I'm hallucinating. The Nari is supposed to have a better mic, but not a good mic. I don't know. Well, maybe I should just wire in for recordings, right? That should give me the best mic experience, I think. Anyway, so I bought the orange soapstone, which is funny because I haven't even... I don't think I'm online yet. Anyway, so I've decided to grit my teeth and rush the Halkite. I think I'm thinking about leveling, repairs, putting things away, or reorganizing inventory, and then leveling up. I think I owe myself some levels for the 2 pieces of equipment that I just put on, and then I think I have a couple levels of vitality. So my rule of thumb, and there's no logic behind it, it's just how I do things, I don't know why. Every time I get a new piece of equipment, or equip a new piece of equipment, I level up my endurance a point. Every time I die, by non-silly means, like in combat or whatever, not by falling off a cliff or being an idiot, I'll level up my vitality. For me, that feels most organic, right? Like, as I'm getting more equipment, I'm getting stronger to hold that equipment. As I'm dying, I'm getting more life to force those challenges. So for me, it feels organic. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. Any other extra levels are typically spent in the appropriate spots, you know. Attunement, if I'm running that kind of build, or strength and dexterity, depending on my parameter bonuses in the weapon build. It's going to be a bit weird for me because I'm running dex and strength on this, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to end up prioritizing. Of course, I'm not going to rely on the parameter bonuses as much as I am the weapon upgrades. Probably going to pick up 2 war picks. One just a plus 15, and then the second one's probably going to end up being like a divine one for the catacombs. Or maybe I'll just use a different weapon for the catacombs. Haven't figured it out yet. But we'll need something to deal with the skelly boys. Did I forget that I kicked down the ladder? Here, why am I running through this? I'm actually kind of confused. I must have forgotten that I kicked down the ladder. Or did I not kick down the ladder? I'm an idiot. Yeah, maybe I didn't kick down the ladder. One of the reasons though I like playing... Oh, it's Deprived, that's what the class is called. I like playing Deprived because, oops. Notice how less damage I take. Much less damage I take? With the armor. Like, those 2 hits would have brought me to half without that helmet and warrior mail. Makes a difference. From 0, at least. Used to running big bulky builds because I like the tower shields. It's not very PvP. Obviously you can't parry, but I like the idea of a tower shield, just this monolithic wall of metal. Cracks me up. And pokey poke with a spear behind it. I've since learned to value parries, but even then, like, I just like the idea of tower shields. It tickles me. That guy who's throwing the bombs in the background, I can like just time just throws perfectly. Look at that. Wait for me to stop rolling, bastard. I know I've played this section countless times, it feels, but if you think I'm missing something, or if you want to see something done differently, or you have suggestions even, just let me know in the comments. Also, at some point, I do have to get back to Ancestors. Notice that I used my scimitar there. It's because I was afraid of hitting that column on the right with my spear, which would have interrupted my attack. Good parry, Frost. It's one of the reasons why I like having, or what's interesting with two weapons is that you have the option to change up where the attack's coming from, which in a game like this matters, especially with the environment. Although you are limited as to what you can actually do with the left hand, the offhand. Yeah, I switched targets because, well, range equals priority, right? Earned a stab in my kidney for it. One of the funny things about this game is those ladders, they all look the same. Whoever... Oh, you know what? It occurs to me, there's that ladder guy. Maybe that's why they all look the same. They all bought the same ladders from the same guy. The guy must have had a booming business. Here I'm just actually admiring the view. I'm like, wow. I wonder how much of this is actually places you go to. Then I noticed that was Solaire's little perch over there on the left. I was noticing the giant tree above the swamp, the chaos tree or whatever you want to call it. I was noticing the undead berg where he just came from, the bonfire down there with the asshole crossbowman. Then I saw the guys with the shields where the hellkite comes down. I was looking really far in the distance, and I don't remember what that was. Was that where the swamp is? I don't... Maybe? The depths, or whatever they're called? I forget. There's the depths in every game, right? And Orlando over there, I think. If I'm remembering correctly. Alright, that's where I grit my teeth and say, alright, let's do this. Let's make a run. So the idea here is on the first go, you should be able to just run across. Here I stop because, in my experience, you can. Not always. Maybe this is why I'm 50-50 on that. Instead of running across, I kick down the ladder first, and then I try to make a break for it. That might be what my mistake was. Maybe I shouldn't have kicked down this ladder. Because the thing was blocking it, and I had to stop and double check. I'm like, did that actually go? I don't know. Fighting the camera a lot. Anyway, I go back up, and then make my run. That should have been my cue, that attack right there. And I'm like, okay, we're fine, let's go. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna make it because he's not breathing. Then he does a jump, and then I died to win it. Good work. Got far. Did things. I'm like, well, that was dumb. So, I think I kicked down this ladder. Not too worried about the souls because, well, what is it? They spawn 5 seconds back from where you died. So I knew they were going to be easily reachable. This is going to be one of those things where if I keep on dying too, I'll just keep on gathering the souls from all these soldiers. So this bit takes a while because I'm waiting for him to do the, once you've gotten into this cycle where the Hellkite's there and just standing at the entrance, most people will probably try to circumvent, but I really want that bonfire. Especially because that's where you get your covenant stuff, I think, right? For sunlight metals or whatever. So I'm just gonna wait him out. And I'm just waiting for that attack where he jumps up and tries to, well, beat you in the face. That's your cue. That's when you want to run. I think there are a couple instances here where he starts to jump, but it's a jumping flame attack. And I think he actually gets me once. Quite annoying. I'm also pretty sure if you shoot him, it forces him to come down. But my experience with that is that when you do that, the recovery from the weapon firing, like from your bow or crossbow or whatever, is just enough time that he'll hit you at least once. And since I died in that one hit at max life, I'm a little bit leery about not making the pass without getting hit, you know? Like dying right in front of the entrance. That would suck. So here I'm just admiring what he looks like, because he looks really cool, really well modeled. Love Dark Souls Remastered. And just waiting for him to come down and try to eat me. So I try both sides, I try running out, trying different, so I'm like, oh yeah, he's going. Nope, no he's not. That was dumb. Alright, I'll go back in my corner and drink. Even that little bit I drank twice, because you never know, that might be how much I survive it by. Definitely survived with just a sliver of life before, especially when he's breathing fire. So if you're hearing that clicking noise, that's me turning on and off the mic. Almost tricked me again. Contemplate throwing things in him a couple times. This is really a waiting game at this point. It blows my mind that you can play this on the Nintendo Switch. Yep, that's it. Make a break. Make a break. I'm going to quickly roll out to the side because he's going to try to burn you up. And I'm going to open this gate so if I die, I have easy access. And here, sometimes he'll hang around, sometimes he won't. He gets really violent about this, I think, this time around. He just breathes and breathes and breathes, doesn't even give me time to step back out. Like, I don't even feel like it's safe to walk around that lever. Just get worried about him clipping you or something, and then that's it. Here I'm just admiring the fire and the character modeling. It's like a dragon, right? Or a drake, I guess, in this game. Drake has 2 legs, dragon has 4. Or 2 legs and 2 arms, rather. I decided I've had enough of it. I decided to continue on. Usually this causes them to leave anyway, once you get to a particular point. I meant to actually kick and then attack, not kick twice. Oops. Time to grab the detritus. I think it's a claymore and a soul. And check out Solar's stage, or temple, or whatever you want to call it. The lore in this game is interesting. Most of it I've gotten through Nvidia. If you're unfamiliar, let me know in the comments. I can link his channel. But yeah, VAATIVIDYA. There's a lot of lore, Dark Souls lore videos, Bloodborne lore videos for all that stuff. Like, yeah, got the vitality and endurance upgrades that I wanted. Getting lots of Titanite, which is nice for when I get the war pick. admiring the view here for a bit. I don't have praise the sun yet, so I just kind of poke the sun with my finger. Sorry for the clicks. Muting myself over burps and whatnot. I don't usually kill those guys, they're not a threat. Seems mean. I don't know. Again, skipping the Black Knights until after I get the war pick. Then I'll probably come back here and murder hobo everything. We'll see. I've been backstabbed by that sword guy enough times that I'm just gonna let him come. Be patient. Of course, now since they're both slow, now they're coming at me at the same time, which is not what I want. Whiff. That didn't kill him. That's where I was like, oh man, I really need an upgrade or you know, a parameter score bonus for upgrade, or level up, whatever you want to call it. I love that boar thing, it's so cool looking. I say that, but there are levels where that's not cool. This part's always tricky for me if I'm not using a shield. I don't know how you guys approach it. Maybe one day I'll try parrying arrows, but arrows are bolts. Today is not that day. Try to lure the spear guy down. And there, that's why I don't like it. I get shot in the face a gajillion times. It's annoying. And even when I'm engaging here, I tend to get shot multiple times. Or I'll fall down because it's such a narrow pathway. You can see that the sword guy from below has kind of snuck his way over. And I definitely need an upgrade on that scimitar or parameter bonus. That guy was only like 2 or 3 hit points away from death. Breakpoints. They're good. I gotta kill this guy quick before the other guy comes. See? Look, I should have died. I've tried the alluring skull trick, but I think it's better if you have the binoculars so you know where you're throwing. Hello. Oh man, that kick. So OP. Very useful in PvP too. Time to lure the warthog. Lure the Pumbaa. And I was like, whoa, he almost got me. Now this is a weird backstab, and you'll see it here. I'll actually get a backstab, but it's not on his back. Right there. There. That's not a backstab. I don't know what that is. Hex? I don't know. It wasn't a backstab, that's for sure. That's the backstab. Yeah. You don't know what the first one was. Then he drops one of my favorite items in the game. Lucky me. I love the Fangor helm. Love the way it looks. Love the defense it provides. Lots of poise. Lots of physical defense. Not a lot of magic defense. Like, that's one of the things that's nice about the Gargoyle helm. You get a flat 15 for all the attributes. But hey, I'll take physical defense. That's 600 durability. Wish you could headbutt things with it. That would be cool. Anyway, I also love the way it looks. I was surprised here. I had bumped up my endurance enough that putting it on didn't really hinder me too much. Maybe it's because I'm using a scimitar instead of a shield. But happy days. This will definitely mitigate some damage that I'm more than likely going to accrue by way of trying to parry and fail miserably. Here I'm making a mental note to increase my endurance because I've done an equipment change. I'm also comparing the stats. It's like a 20% boost in my defense. It's crazy. Physical defense. Not sure how it happens, but I always seem to have trouble here. It's like the small guys, it's false sense of security or something. The quicker attacks just get me all the time. I don't know what it is. Having that poise helps. Blocked by the column. Still got through, luckily. Frustrated by a table. Saw my life flash before my eyes here. Good times. Derp. Leave a like if that's ever happened to you. This is much easier. It would be much easier with a keyboard. Just press W. Those analog sticks always seem crooked to me. Man, my fingers are broken. Can't seem to walk straight with an analog stick. It's a confidence thing, I assure you. Imagine getting stuck on those rungs. More barrel breaking. I was actually quite annoyed by that. I'm like, ah, just want to break some barrels, and I've been somehow stymied by a fence post. Not sure what to say. Call that. This game is gorgeous. Yay, Baldur Knights. This is usually where I start getting good armor, because if you're playing a deprived, going through these Baldur Knights a lot will get you quite a bit of armor. You can see here I'm spamming the jumping attack. Again, the AI doesn't seem to deal with it very well. I get this kind of hairy here where we get really close to dying when I do that kick. And I also see that there one more hit to go, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. We'll just do a jumping attack. There it is. He fell for it again. That guy's dangerous to do a jumping attack with because his stabs are so quick. He could potentially interrupt you or stab you before you get your jumping attack in, unlike a lot of other monsters. Here I'm taking another glimpse around, like just admiring the view of how you can just see where you've been, where you still have yet to go. And then I noticed something interesting. You can see that guy up there, and I thought, can you target him? Oh, you can. I'm gonna try tossing a firebomb over there, and pleasantly got him through the wall. One less thing to worry about. Also, it's hilarious to watch the guy flail about as he's on fire. So, win-win. Getting really excited now because we're really close to where the war pick is. I don't know if something drops the war pick. I always bought it. Where's their war pick in Seth's? Sen's Fortress, not Seth's Fortress. What am I thinking? Shows you how long it's been since I played the game. This guy's a little bit easier to kill, more standard. Longer swings with that S-stock I think he's got. No, he's got just a regular long sword or something. Baldur's Knight sword. Anyway, more Titanite for the Titan. Oh no, yeah, there you go. Baldur Shield and more Titanite. Lots of Titanite in this run. I contemplated getting the Halberd, but I only had 4 Estus, and I was like, I do want to get the Firekeeper Soul. So, first order of business is to do some upgrades. Some piss poor parrying on my part. I'm kind of mocking him here. It's like I'm a giant head, and he's not hitting it. You should be able to just snipe it, right? Oh well for you. Here I'm contemplating, do I spend my souls now, or do I engage for the Firekeeper and for the Firekeeper Soul? And I'm like, yeah, let's light the bonfire just in case. It's possible that things could go wrong. Also, I kind of want that war pick, right? That completes my build. Well, just completes, I guess. from a weapon usability standpoint, that's what I was going for. It's going to carry me for the majority of the game until I get bored with it. Yeah, so why don't we do it? God, I love how the boar's head metal shines in this edition. It just looks good. It's awesome.
Well, I'll be seeing you that week.
I was trying to learn the gesture, but I'm being an idiot. Comparing everything, so I'm going to think about it when I put it away. And then, here you go. I'm going to go ahead and buy that wonderful, wonderful war pick and give it a bunch of upgrades. Didn't have money for the boxes, because I do need to get some endurance leveling up. To my joy, I can jump into 3 immediately, which is not bad at all. Especially since I haven't been upgrading my parameters. So, it's a bump from 105 to like 132. Not bad. Sure, you lose the bleeding, but it's, you know, it's half a thing of weight. So, that's also a good thing. Especially now that I got a giant heavy helmet. Getting that boar's head helmet thing basically requires me to get Havel's ring, so that's going to be probably, I think, the next video. I'm going to go and instead of fighting the gargoyles and everything, I'm going to clear out Black Knights and engage Havel. Hopefully we'll be okay there. Havel, that fight is really just a fight of consistency, right? He's not very difficult, but like with earlier, you make one mistake and it's over, right? And you just have to be consistent throughout the entire fight. He's not difficult. You just need to be consistent and not get greedy and all the fun things that Dark Souls tells you. Anyway, what I do from here, I engage the Tower Shield guy, get my Firekeeper Soul, and then I end up doing the weird jumping puzzle to pick up the to pick up the key for the return to the Undead Asylum. Somewhere within this sequence of events, I rediscover my audio. So I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. On this side, this is Eternal Frost signing out on my second audio recording, I guess. Let me know how it worked for you guys. Is this easier for you to hear? Is this better? Is it better to hear it in-game with genuine reactions? Let me know. Again, from my side, it's half the time, literally, to just do it in-game, which is why I do it that way. Although it doesn't leave time for editing or anything like that. But, yeah. Anyway, Eternal Frost signing out section 1. This still goes on for another 10 minutes or so. So, hope you enjoy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Dark Souls Remastered. I'll probably go through the rest of the series. I do love these games.
come again.
I just realized I was muted this entire time, so I'm gonna have to record an audio track over this. Whoops, that's a thing. Oh well. That's an hour of play that I accidentally forgot to speak over. That's okay. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Well, that's unfortunate because I only discovered this about an hour into the game. So this upload will probably take a while to go through. But yeah, I guess I'll finish what I was going to do. This is a mistake. And then figure out what to do with audio. So yeah, apologies on that, guys. I just kind of wrecked that audio. I'm gonna go ahead and oh boy, I'm gonna go ahead and finish what I was doing here, which was to kindle this fire, and yeah, I guess about the audio. I obviously can't recover it because I was talking that entire time, so yeah, I don't know. Oh well, tough. At least I came on long enough to ask you guys if this is what you want to keep on seeing. If you want to see me keep going through Dark Souls, hit a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments what you want to see. What do you think about the build so far? I was really happy about the Boar's helmet, and I'm sorry you guys didn't get to hear that. But yeah, it's a kick-ass helmet. Wish you were there. Just wanted to kindle this, and did I need more endurance? Did I already level that? I don't remember. I think I did. I have, I think I needed one more vitality, was it? One more endurance. I think I needed one more endurance. Anyway, I'm gonna say one more endurance. This is Eternal Frost signing out. Apologies on the audio there.